What do you need to know about selling in a tough economy or in a down economy, and how can this lead to closing more deals? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Before we begin, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so when I send out content, you'll get an update. Today's video for you is you have to slow down the process. And in an up economy, people are like, yeah, let's just buy. There's no real barrier. There might be, but it's not like it is when things are tough. People want to slow things down. They want to know what they're getting. They want to know that what they're spending their money on, their discretionary income, is a good product or a good service. They don't want to buy something that sucks, especially if they don't have a lot of money at the time, okay? So this means that you're going to have to put in some effort. And if you watch video number 1 and video number 2, and video number 2, we talked about role play. Like, you better have done some role play. You have to have some role play down. You have to slow down your presentation too. The time of like, let's speed everything up, let's get to the close, is going to net two things. Either you're going to price match or you're going to discount, and then you're going to look desperate. And the buyer's going to go, something's wrong here. Something's wrong. Got butterflies in the stomach, which means I'm not buying today. And they give you some fake objection, like I want to think about it, or I'm getting other bids, or I'm talking to other people, got to talk to my wife, got to talk to the business partner. And it's because you sped through the process. You tried too quick. And so what happens when salespeople are desperate, I know this from writing with enough salespeople, a desperation move in sales is this is what happens. Desperate salespeople go to a sales call, they build a ton of rapport, they skip out on the presentation, they skip out on the discovery phase, and they're like, let's get to the deal, let's get to the money. I'm gonna be the not sales guy close. I'm not really a sales guy, I'm more of a consultant, and I really want to earn your business today. So instead of me giving this product at $10,000, I'm gonna give you the best discount that I can right now, and I'm gonna give it to you at 8. And the buyer's like, no. and they give you some sort of crazy objection, like, I want to think about it, I'm getting other bids. So this is what you do. You're like, well, you know what? Here's the thing. I got a little bit left in reserve, got a little bit more in the tank. Here's what I could do. I can make a phone call to my boss. I can call my manager. I can call my owner. We can make a deal. And the buyer's like, oh, I'll play this game. Let's see how far I can push that greed button. Let's see what I can do. And so you call the manager, call the boss, take another $500 off, and you're like $7,500. And then the buyer goes, no. And then you have nowhere to go. You have nothing to do. You didn't get any commitments. You don't really know what their problem is. You don't really know what their pain is. You don't know what their risk is. You don't know the pleasure that they're after. You don't know anything. But you know what you did? You gave them a price. And you know what's going to happen next is the second sales guy's going to come in and be like, you know what? I'm not a sales guy. But here's what I'm going to do. I got a $10,000 product, and I'm going to give it to you for $7,500. The buyer's going to go, this sounds familiar. So when you call to do a follow-up, they're going to be like, you sound like every other salesperson. You sound like everybody else that's going on. You sound like this is just standard. And so if you're not giving a full presentation, if you're not having the real conversation with your buyer, they're going to find some discomfort in what you're doing. They're going to find some issues in what's going on. They're going to find, and they're going to start looking for them. People will start looking for reasons to slow things down, and then like, I really don't want to do this right now. I've got this much money in the bank, and I really don't want to spend the money. Like, people want the dopamine rush. They want to spend it. They're just looking for a reason to give you an excuse. You absolutely positively have to slow your presentation down and have to work off of a checklist. This is one of the coolest things that you can do. Bonus tip for you for sticking around. Congratulations, you freaking rock. So here's what you do. You take your presentation that you videotaped from roleplay, which is video number 2, and you take that and you build out a checklist of everything that you are supposed to do in your presentation. You take that checklist and you build it out. These are all the things that I did. And then when you're done with your sales call, you sit down in the car, you sit down in the office, wherever you're at, and you go through it and you write down the real answer. Did I do this? Yes. Did I do this? No. Did I do this? Yes. And then when you go to your coach or your mentor and you say, hey, look, I'm really struggling. You're like, here's my last 3 calls. Here's all the things that I did. Here's what I missed out on. Here's what I didn't do. The coach can go, like, I got a prescription for you. I know what we're going to do. I know how to fix this. Without that, here's what salespeople do. Hey, Scott, I'm struggling. Okay, what are you doing? Everything. Okay, tell me about your sales presentation. I'm doing this, this, and this. Well, what about X, Y, and Z? No, I'm not doing that. You're not doing everything. You're not. It's not happening. If you were doing everything, you would be closing deals and you'd be making it happen. But since you're not doing everything, you're struggling and you're making a phone call to a coach, right? Which is going to tell you, you need to slow down your sales process. Hey, by the way, have you been role playing? No. Right? So these two things, they go hand in hand, like, pinky swear. They go hand in hand for you, right? If I could shake my hand, they go hand in hand. Role play, slow down your presentation. Use your checklist. You got one thing to do from here. just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update. This is Scott Bell Consultant sent another fantastic video, probably from a cool location. Today, right now, I'm in Sacramento. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.